Chable heiress finds true love, only to be told their zodiac signs clash and they must not fall in love. Faced with her elder's pleas, the heiress falls into unprecedented inner turmoil. The previous day, Kangwook found a way to sneak into Singapore and finally met Yuri at the aquarium. He held her hand firmly. Now that she wore gloves, he was ready to face seeing ghosts no matter what. Dejected from her failed negotiation, Yuri was taken out for food by Kangwook. Chatting while watching the fish swim by, Yuri gradually eased her tense nerves. At that moment, Kangwook's information-savvy colleague called, reporting they had located Ms. Kim. Kangwook and Yuri hurried over and spotted Ms. Kim across the bridge. Yuri tried once more to persuade her. She confessed her real goal was not merely keeping her executive position, but protecting the hotel left behind by her parents. From Kangwook's investigation, Yuri learned Ms. Kim also had something precious to safeguard, an art gallery personally designed by her father. Plagued by huge debts caused by her brother's reckless expansion, Ms. Kim had been forced to sell the gallery to speculators. Yuri made her offer. If Ms. Kim voted for her at the shareholders' meeting, she would get the gallery designated a provisional national cultural heritage site. Their conglomerate would purchase it and place full management in Ms. Kim's hands. Even so, Ms. Kim remained hesitant and asked for time to think it over. Yuri gave her a special gift, hoping it would prove her sincerity. After the talk, Kangwook took Yuri shopping to pick out gifts for their grandmothers and colleagues. What began as gift shopping soon turned into a romantic date for the two of them. That night they had barbecue at the night market. Every moment spent with Yuri felt precious to Kangwook. Though she had enjoyed the day, Yuri worried that holding hands might expose Kangwook to ghosts. Kangwook gave a playful smile and said she was all he could see. Yuri nestled in his embrace, grateful for his company. After their date, Yuri told Kangwook she had recovered fragments of her memory the day before and could not stop thinking about the missing pendant. Kangwook comforted her, saying they would sort things out step by step. Being able to hold hands with gloves on was already a remarkable breakthrough. He then tried to hold her barehanded. He would brave seeing ghosts if it meant being close to her. Yuri pulled away. She could not bear to subject the man she loved to such torment. Overcome by affection, Kangwook tucked her hair behind her ear and kissed her tenderly. When he woke early the next morning and saw Yuri still asleep in bed, Kangwook quietly went back to his own room before returning shortly with breakfast. He had bought Korean food from the supermarket. Simple as the meal was, it felt warm and homely for the new lovers. Yuri flew back home. The day of the shareholders' meeting had arrived. She learned Ms. Han would not attend in person and would send a proxy to cast her vote. Encouraged by Kangwook, Yuri walked confidently into the assembly hall. Votes came from both the previous day's online electronic ballot and on-site voting. Online results leaned slightly toward removing Yuri from office, yet the live votes told a different story, with support for dismissal dropping by 3%, clear proof of Ms. Kim's help. Combining both sets of ballots, Yuri narrowly won by 1%. The dismissal motion was officially rejected, and she kept her position. Yuri called Ms. Kim to thank her and promised to keep every part of her deal. Ms. Kim thanked her in return. The painting Yuri had given her, together with her genuine attitude, had won her over. But barely past one crisis, Yuri was about to face fresh trouble. Meanwhile, Kangwook received a call from his colleague warning him not to go home, for terrible consequences awaited him inside. Skeptical, Kangwook turned around and found his grandmother standing right behind him with a dark expression. She grabbed him by the ear and berated him for lying. She had found out Yuri was born in the year of the monkey and demanded he call off the engagement. Kangwook could not understand her stubbornness. His grandmother explained it traced back to his heart transplant surgery. A shaman had warned that his heart donor had also been born in the year of the monkey. If Kangwook married someone of the same zodiac sign, his lifespan would be shortened. Kangwook regards the so-called birth chart fortune-telling as mere feudal superstition, but his grandmother will not let him act recklessly. She demands that he cut off all ties with Yuri within 3 days. That night, Yuri calls Kangwook. Not content with just talking over the phone, and learning that Yuri misses him too, Kangwook quickly gets changed and heads out to meet her. Before leaving, he lies to his grandmother, saying he is going to the convenience store. Upon seeing Yuri, Kangwook rushes over and embraces her. Having been apart for several days, he misses his fiancée terribly. When they are alone, Kangwook asks Yuri whether she would travel to the future or the past if she had a time machine. For Kangwook, he would choose the future. He wants to see their shared hobbies, the restaurants they visit, the movies they watch, and every little moment they spend side by side. Yuri gives the opposite answer. She wants to go back to the day of the cruise ship accident. Her thoughts keep lingering on the missing pendant. She has checked the list of items recovered from the scene, yet the pendant is nowhere to be found. Kangwook promises to help. He believes clues might turn up if they can track down the emergency rescuers who were present back then. The next day, Kangwook calls to say he has gotten in touch with one of the rescuers. He takes time off work and drives Yuri to meet the man. No sooner have they stepped out of the car than they spot his grandmother. Kangwook hastily pulls Yuri behind the vehicle to hide. His grandmother thinks she must have imagined it. She phones Kangwook and warns him once again that he must never be with someone born in the year of the monkey. She adds that if Kangwook cannot bring himself to end things, she will go and talk to Yuri's grandmother herself. Yuri overhears the conversation. Flustered, Kangwook explains the situation, insisting the shaman's prediction is totally unreliable and telling Yuri not to worry. Later, they successfully meet the emergency rescuer. Yuri draws a rough sketch of the pendant from memory. Looking at the drawing, the rescuer recalls that the pendant fell onto the ground at the scene and was picked up by a man who claimed to be Yuri's family member. While Yuri is still puzzled, breaking news comes out, alleging that Yuri colluded with a congressman in a bribery scandal linked to the art gallery. Kang-wook immediately launches an investigation, only to be informed by his superiors that he is being transferred overseas. Someone has heaped exaggerated praise on him in front of the prosecutor general as a covert way to undermine his position. Kang-wook does not know that Ma Young-aewon is behind this underhanded scheme. Yuri tries to reach Kang-wook the next day, but his female colleague answers the phone. She tells Yuri about the upcoming overseas transfer, remarking that the whole affair seems suspicious, as if higher UPS intend to drive Kang-wook out of Seoul. While Yuri is consumed with worry, Kang-wook's grandmother comes to see her. She tells Yuri their fates are incompatible and begs them to separate. Even though she admits birth chart divination may be superstition, she trusts her own intuition. Lately she has been plagued by nightmares in which something terrible happens to her grandson. What is more, Kang-wook was in a car accident months ago while saving Yuri. Faced with the grandmother's tearful pleas, Yuri is torn and does not know what to do. Right then, a subpoena arrives from the prosecutor's office. After reflecting on all the time she has spent with Kang-wook, Yuri finally makes up her mind. She arranges to meet Kang-wook that night. Kang-wook's eyes are full of concern, yet Yuri tells him their engagement is off.